Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Friday, May 17. Welcome to Phuket Xtra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Another incident involving taxi drivers in Kamala Beach posted near a popular beach club there, accosting a ride-sharing app driver. It's back in the news after video was posted online that showed the cabbie confronting the app driver, prompting two tourists concerned over the situation to leave and the cabbie to shout at them and more. The whole thing took place on Wednesday night when meter taxi driver 40-year-old Chalermpong Kwan Yuan received an order through the Bolt ride-sharing app to pick up passengers at a popular beach club in Kamala. At about 7:50 p.m. when he arrived, he picked up the passengers, but before setting off, a driver from the taxi queue in front of the beach club approached him and began to tell him about the conditions of picking up any passengers in front of the establishment. Seeing this, the two tourists in the back of the taxi exited the vehicle, and while they walked away in the rain, the taxi queue driver, identified as Manasmi Poksakun, shouted at them rudely and threw something at them, caught in a video recorded by foreign tourists across the street. The video was later posted on a popular local social media page with many comments posted about how the taxi drivers in front of that beach club were tarnishing Phuket's tourism image. While the situation unfolded, foreign tourists in front of the establishment looked on from a distance. Manasmi was called to meet the investigating officer at Kamala police station, where he was told he was facing a charge of using threats or intimidation to cause fear or fright in others and was fined 500 baht. The Phuket Land Transport Office, still led by Chief Achabuachan, has yet to publicly recognize the incident. The PLTO is the government agency responsible for regulating all taxi drivers and taxi vehicles in Phuket. It's not the first time taxi drivers near that same establishment in Kamala have been in the news for this very same thing. In fact, last month, two tuk-tuk drivers from the taxi queue were charged after they prevented an app taxi from leaving the area, and one of them smashed a hole in the taxi's back window, which showered the tourists in the back of the vehicle with glass and left them in fear of being injured in an attack. For more, visit thephuket.com. Tragedy in Patong on Thursday night as a 5-year-old girl on holiday with her family fell from a tuk-tuk onto the road and lost her life in an accident. The incident took place shortly after 10:30 p.m. on Thursday, as reports say that the girl, an Israeli national, had been riding in the back of the tuk-tuk taxi with her family on the Patong Beach Road. The 51-year-old tuk-tuk driver told police that he braked suddenly while driving on the road in order to avoid hitting a person crossing the narrow street. This caused the 5-year-old girl to fall from the back of the tuk-tuk onto the road, and she was struck by a car traveling behind. The girl was rushed to Patong Hospital, but was later pronounced dead from her injuries. Patong police are still investigating. For more, visit thephuket.com. It's rainy season once again on the island, and police are urging motorists on the road to beware driving during thunderstorms, as this week strong winds brought down a palm tree right onto a passing car on the island's main artery. The incident took place on Tepkasatri Road near the Talang branch of the Electricity Authority in Srisutorn when a palm tree fell from the strong winds during the storm right on top of a white sedan at about 6 p.m. on Wednesday as it was driving on the road. The car sustained heavy damage to its roof and then also to its front as it collided with another vehicle amid the accident, according to reports. The driver, a Filipino national, suffered injuries in the accident, the extent of which remain unknown, but they were taken to Talang Hospital for treatment. Long delays then ensued on Tepkasatri Road as local municipality workers cleared the road. This week, a weather advisory warning of flash floods for the whole island has been issued, along with a weather warning in effect from this Saturday, May 18 to next Saturday, May 25, amid a strong air pressure area forming on the Andaman Sea. For more, visit thephuket.com.
Just before you break a bone.
Local residents in Srisutorn are incensed over the fact that trailer truck drivers continue to use a certain small road in the area, despite the signs prohibiting them. after a 52-year-old man on a motorbike was crushed to death by a trailer truck on the Khao Lan Bangjo Road on Thursday evening. It all took place shortly after 5 p.m. on Tuesday on the Khao Lan Bangjo Road in Mu 1 of Sri Sutorn, as police and rescue unit arrived on the scene to find a motorbike on the road with the body of 52-year-old Thai national Tanakon Kahong nearby on the road as well. The driver of the trailer truck was also at the scene, 60-year-old Somchai Sujaritam, who quickly told police that he was initially unaware that he had run over anyone. He told police he was driving on the road and he came to a stop behind several vehicles at a traffic light, and then he went off again when the lights turned green. After having driven about 15 meters, a motorbike rider pulled up beside him and told him that he had driven over a motorbike rider, so he stopped. Police tested Somchai for alcohol at the Lang police station, the results of which came back negative. Police are still investigating. Still, local residents noted that traffic signs have been posted prohibiting trailer trucks from using that road, but trailer trucks continue using the road despite repeated complaints. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Former longtime UFC featherweight champion and one of the pound-for-pound best MMA fighters on the planet, Alexander the Great Volkanovski, who plied his trade in Phuket here for several years, is returning to the island next week at the Bang Tao Muay Thai and MMA training camp. Volkanovski, who has a professional record of 26 wins with only 4 losses, had trained for several years in Phuket out of Geelong prior to his time in the UFC. He's also held parts of his training camps for previous big-time title fights here on the island throughout his career. The 35-year-old Australian is currently the #1 ranked featherweight in the UFC after having held the UFC World Featherweight title for 5 years and successfully defended the belt 5 times. Volkanovski is making his way to Bang Tao Muay Thai and MMA next week, May 24 and May 25, for a 2-day immersive experience. On Friday, May 24, there will be a Q&A session where fans can ask questions of the celebrated former UFC featherweight champion, and is set to include a series of unique interactions for fans as well. The next day, Saturday, May 25, fight fans and athletes will get the chance to learn unique techniques from one of the top fighters in the world with a special hands-on MMA seminar, with the whole thing taking place at the venerated Bang Tao Muay Thai and MMA on the island's west coast. Booking and registration is now available online in the description. This will be the second time Volkanovski has made his way to Bang Tao Muay Thai and MMA. The training camp has also recently hosted undisputed UFC World Heavyweight Champion John Jones, as well as MMA legend George St. Pierre over the last few months. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thanks for joining us for this whole entire week with us here on Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Until then, stay classy, Phukets.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.